Okay, this is a supplemental dictation tape for practicing computer shorthand, and this dictation tape covers the question words, which are part of the high frequency phrase drill chapter. These words were covered as part of the dictations in the high frequency phrase section, but it might be convenient to just be able to focus on them. So this tape just covers the question words. Okay, we'll start with who I, who you, who he, who she, who it, who we, who they, who this, who that, who there, who these, who those, who could, who should, who would, who will, who can, who may, who might, who shall, who is, who were, who have, who had, who has, who do, who does, who did, who a, who an, who the. Okay, now we'll do the word what. What I, what you, what he, what she, what it, what we, what they, what this, what that, what there, what these, what those, what could, what should, what would, what will, what can, what may, what might, what shall, what is, what was, what were, what have, what had, what has, what do, what does, what did, what a, what an, what the. Okay, now we'll go to the drill for the word where, W-H-E-R-E. Okay, where I, where you, where he, where she, where it, where we, where they, where this, where that, where there, where these, where those, where could, where should, where would, where will, where can, where may, where might, where shall, where is, where was, where were, where have, where had, where has, where do, where does, where did, where a, where an, where the. Okay, now we have the word why, I, why you, why he, why she, why it, why we, why they, why this, why that, why there, why these, why those, why could, why should, why would, why will, why can, why may, why might, why shall, why is, why are, why was, why were, why have, why has, why has, why do, why does, why did, why a, why an, why the. Okay, now we'll do when I, when you, when he, when she, when it, when we, when they, when this, when that, when there, when these, when those, when could, when should, when would, when will, when can, when may, when might, when shall, when is, when are, when were, when have, when has, when had, when do, when does, when did, when a, when an, when the. Okay, now we'll go through the drill for how. How I, how you, how he, how she, how it, how we, how they, how this, how that, how there, how these, how those, how could, how should, how would, how will, how can, how may, how might, how shall, how is, how are, how was, how were, how have, how has, how had, how do, how does, how did, how how an, how the. Okay, in our last section for this dictation tape, we'll go down through the drill for the word which. Which I, which you, which he, which she, which it, which we, which they, which this, which that, which there, which these, which those, which could, which should, which would, which will, which can, which may, which might, which shall, which is, which are, which was, which were, which have, which has, which had, which do, which does, which did, which a, which an, which the. Okay, this completes this supplemental dictation tape for practicing computer shorthand. Practice hard and keep those fingers flying.